Subscribers don't matter, views don't matter. Ask, how can I make my videos better? Do that every single day for years.
Everyone can have fun making videos. Turning it into a job, that's great, but you should be happy making videos, never making a dime off of it.
The videos that I've made that are the best, I did it because I was so passionate and I saw an opportunity to make something that felt like more than just like a YouTube video that I wanted to get views. Even a flop is going to do well long term.
Your fans are your focus group. And if you don't listen to them, you're not gonna be a successful creator long term.
I waited 10 years to finally post something. I realized, oh my gosh, I hate doing this. Putting on makeup, taking it off, and then putting it on again. Oh my gosh, I hated it. It took me 10 years to figure out that the niche I thought I wanted to do was actually not what I wanted to do at all.
I wasn't ready. I didn't know all the steps. I didn't have all the right answers. I don't think I'm fully ready. You're not. You don't have to be great to start, but you have to start to be great.
Any of you listening, if you, especially if you have 0 videos on your channel, your first video is not going to get views, period. It's not. Your first 10 are not going to get views. I can very confidently say that. So stop sitting there and thinking for months and months on end and just get to work and start uploading. Like, all you need to do, this applies to people who have not uploaded videos but have dreams of being a YouTuber, is make 100 videos and improve something every time. Do that. And then on your 101st video, we'll start talking, like maybe you can get some views, but you know, your first 100 are gonna suck. There are very freak cases like Liza Koshy or Emma Chamberlain who have really good personalities and it doesn't take them as many videos. And it's just like people who are 7'5" and making the NBA. Like, yes, there are freak cases you can find, but for the average person like us, you know, who don't have these exceptional personalities and, you know, backgrounds in filmmaking, just make 100 videos, improve something each time, and then talk to me on your 101st video.
Well, the improve something each time is the tricky one. How do you improve something each time?
The second one, just, I don't know, put more effort into the script. The third one, try to learn a new editing trick. The fourth one, try to figure out a way that you can have better inflections in your voice. The fifth one, try to, you know, study a new thumbnail tip and implement it. The sixth one, try to figure out a new title. There's infinite ways. That's the beauty of content creation online. There's literally infinite ways, from the coloring to the frame rate to the editing to the filming to the production to the jokes to the pacing, to every little thing can be improved, and they can never not be improved. There's literally no such thing as a perfect video.
If you want to jumpstart your views right now and maybe you're not getting the momentum or the growth that you want, is jump on trends within your niche. Can you talk about how that completely changed everything to you and what your thoughts are when it comes to people jumping on trends, and what are your tips?
Yeah, I think, doesn't he call that trend hacking?
Yeah, for sure.
That's everything right now. That's what Mr. Beast, and from the biggest to the smallest, that is one of the best ways to garner views and that audience and a following of subscribers and such. And so for me, it's kind of funny. I know if I have a gadget, a tech product that is maybe about to be released, if I get maybe a pre-release review unit, then it's almost like for certain, okay, well, people are going to be searching about it and talking about it right on that release date, and so that video will do well. Now, of course, you don't always get that product early. That's very hard, especially when you're first starting out. So maybe if that product just releases, then I can maybe go buy it and then quick in a couple of days turn around a video. That will often do well. Another thing is seeing that wave or that trend, the virality of something before it hits. I was on that wave right before it started to take off. And that's why I think I made it just a well-condensed little review video on hoverboards, and then YouTube really liked it. And it's like, okay, this is the authority on hoverboards. And so when all these millions of people are searching for hoverboards and how to buy one and stuff like that, I was the one that they promoted. And so there's a lot of, it's easier said than done, but trying to stay ahead of the curve on what that next trend is going to be, and then riding that wave. And then you got to remember that that wave will finish, it'll crash down, and then you got to paddle back out and then find the next one. Nothing survives forever. So I see a lot of people, even myself, hoverboards, they were hot for a little while and then they faded away. And it's like, okay, if I only did hoverboard reviews, my channel would be dead, but I had to pivot. And I like all things tech anyway, so that was kind of a natural fit. But yeah, always looking for that next wave is really key.
Patty Galloway was talking about the ideas of your video, and then he was also talking about the titles. When it comes to ideas, and this is something we do, I just don't think we've talked about it enough.
No, for sure.
He said to think of 100 ideas, bring it down to the top 10, and then choose one. He goes, I can't believe when people think of one video idea and they just go and make it. Keep in mind, he's working with like Mr. Beast. He's working with people who require a like killer video idea. The point is, ideas matter so much on YouTube. Start with volume and then work your way in to the best ones.
You know, transitioning from a video idea to actually landing on a title. When Patty was talking about titles, it's just crazy how just the reframing of the right title will cause so much interest. And his word was curiosity.
He gave a really cool example. He was working with a client and the first variation of the title was inside a $1.7 million New York loft. They didn't really love it. And there was nothing really interesting about it except the money value, but there's probably more expensive ones or whatever, right? So then they changed it to, I found the best loft in New York, and they liked it better. They thought it improved. And then they added one more thing to it, which was, I found the best loft in NYC, ... but nobody wants it. And they were like, that's the title, to open up this curiosity loop. If it's the best loft in New York City, why does nobody want it? How can you breed curiosity into that? Because naturally, you want to click on something that sparks curiosity. You want to know the answer, and so you want to click on that video.
So what's the secret to creating a good short?
A lot of B-rolls. Everything that I state, I have a B-roll. Like, and then the doctor came in with this interesting device, and I show the device. So every phrase has to be supported by footage that shows what's going on. And the more relevant the footage is, the better it is for the video. They have to be as relevant as possible, because sometimes we go to Shutterstock and like we're talking about, oh, a lot of students in the US, and then we have these faces that we've seen everywhere, like plastic acting, you know, I don't know. Like you see, they're not relatable because they're actors and the production quality is amazing. But this is not what works for shorts. Something that's raw, something that is filmed with an iPhone, maybe worse quality. This is what people are looking for in that type of content. We experimented a lot with repurposed videos from YouTube. You can just tell that this video was not made for shorts. And you're like, why should I bother if the creator didn't bother creating a short specific video? And we noticed that once I switched to creating content specifically for short videos, that the traction has been tremendous.
There's such a tendency, especially in a world where you're able to count your views in real time, that if it doesn't work today, it's never going to work. And, you know, like I talked to Jimmy, Mr. Beast, about this a lot. And that guy spent whatever 7 years making videos before he had one that broke 1,000 views or something extraordinary like that. And now he's doing 1 billion views a month. Or my brother Van, who's the most brilliant mind on all of YouTube. And, you know, Van had this initial explosion of interest because he and I worked so hard to promote his first videos. And then I explained to him, I was like, look, it's all going to go away. You're going to find your baseline, then you're going to build from there. And he's been consistently uploading for a year, making the best work he can make. And now he's really building out what is going to be a successful long-term career, making videos and putting them on the internet.
Yeah,
and I
really
think
cool to watch that.
It's extremely unsexy. It's extremely uninteresting, and no one wants to hear that it takes time, but it takes time. And I think if it's something that, especially if you're young and just getting into this, you don't want to invest. But patience is really the most undervalued aspect of succeeding in the world of media today. You have all the agency in the world. You don't need anything from anyone. But if you're not willing to commit the time to it, you're never going to find that success.
100%.
If you're interested in knowing how a 7-year-old kid gained more than 400,000 subscribers in a year, click on this video.